Hi, this is Ginger with your marketing liaison. When it comes to TV or branding or anything in between, we've got you covered. So PR in Vegas, Ruth, please tell us. I know you worked in a major market before Las Vegas, so you have experience in big markets, small markets, medium markets. So can you tell us a little bit about what makes Vegas different, what works in Vegas, what doesn't work in Vegas? I know all of our viewers are dying to know some tips from you about how to do PR in Vegas.
Yes, I launched my firm in Vegas in 2001, and it definitely took some getting used to. On the other hand, there's so many great opportunities in this market, tying in with trade shows and what's going on in town. But I think that PR in Vegas, there are some quirks and also some really great opportunities. So I recommend to all of my clients that they think really, really big picture, get help developing an extensive media list so that they can really tell their story. When you're building a media list in Las Vegas, I really recommend that you or your marketing firm think really big picture and think about everything that sets your business apart and think about who you're marketing your business to. So don't just think broad strokes, the major newspapers, the major TV networks. Really think about what sets you apart and who your audience is. Are you adding those publications, those podcasts that target minorities, women-owned businesses? We have dog magazines. So just really think big picture of different media outlets that might be interested in your story.
For businesses that are competing, we've got so much going on here in Vegas, the big shows, the big celebrities, so much media surrounding them. How does a small business owner really set themselves apart from so much going on in this city?
Well, I'm going to be really honest with you. I have a TV news anchor friend who said to me years ago when I first started my business, the barometer that she tests everything against is, what else you got? Why now? So what? What is newsworthy about you? Do you have some expertise on the economy? Can you shed some light on, some new trend or some development in your business? So you really, really have to be very critical of what you're putting out there to be sure that whatever you're doing is truly newsworthy. And I often ask, for a second opinion because I get super passionate about my business and my clients. So I'll often ask my husband, who, as you know, is super skeptical, is this interesting? And if he says no, he's always right.
You've been a publicist for many years, and I think sometimes people think, oh, she's a professional publicist, I probably can't afford her. Can you talk to the small businesses about the fact that, they can work with professionals, they should work professionals, why? And, kind of elaborate a little bit without telling us your hourly rate, because I know that small businesses can't afford this. You can help small businesses.
There's a lot of great talent in this market, in Nevada and in Las Vegas. And I recommend that everyone have as many conversations as they can when they are interviewing to get public relations help, whether it's help with content or help getting media coverage, that they have several conversations, more than 3, maybe even 5, and really focus in on what kind of help they want, what kind of results they want. And, there are different options, but I recommend that everyone be very honest about their budget.
Okay, great.
Because there are some firms that do have minimum retainers that may be out of reach for some small businesses.
So can you tell us again why in Vegas it would be important for a company to have somebody like you on their team?
Well, I will say that Las Vegas, more than anywhere I've ever practiced, because I do work in other markets, Las Vegas is truly a relationship town. So if you hire someone to help you with your PR who has some history in the market, it's hard, but it's easy because you can get fit in with other news of the day. There are going to be some really great opportunities for you if you are working with someone who has some history in the market, who knows the media here, who knows the kind of stories they like to cover, who gets those calls and those texts when they're looking for someone for a story. So relationships really, really do matter in Las Vegas. And also someone with some history of the market, that's really helpful to you because you're going to kind of get those angles and those pitches and that room to market your expertise.
So the value is really in the relationships that you bring to the table.
Yes, relationships are really invaluable. I mean, they really make the difference in getting your story out there, because you may be spending a lot of time kind of spinning your wheels without those relationships.
Is it possible for a small business in Las Vegas to do their own PR?
It is absolutely possible to do your own PR in Vegas, as long as you have the amount of time, you're willing to devote the amount of time, and as long as you're super, super persistent, because a lot of people, in my opinion, that I've talked to who want to do their own PR, they think it's all about good writing skills. And it really is about 75% about, pure hustle and consistency and frequency and, edginess. So it's not just about being a good writer. You really have to hustle. And I like to say that PR is a numbers game. So you have to it can be really disappointing. There's a lot of rejection in PR. So you really have to, if you want to do your own PR, you've got to be really persistent and you've got to bounce back when you get no's, because you're going to get a lot of them. If there's one thing that I could tell you about doing PR in Vegas and being successful, it would be that you can beat the odds if you're persistent, if you're consistent, and if you are incredibly resourceful.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today, Ruth. And until next time, we've got you covered.